Anna Maria in Williamsburg, Virginia. Matthew here at freeprescriptionlenses.com in Durham, North Carolina. And with the help of my GoPro camera, I'm going to show you how I cut prescription lenses with anti-glare for your RayBan 5121 color 2000, which is the classic shiny black in the 50 eye size. So let's begin. This is your RayBan case, the RayBan cleaning cloth hiding inside there, and of course your RayBan frame in the classic black. Of course, it comes with a little plastic sleeve on the left temple to prevent the temples from rubbing together during shipping. And I'm going to include all the original manufacturer's packaging that comes with it, the bag with the barcode on there, as well as your demo lenses, one of which it says RayBan. So I'm going to pop these out for you. And again, you will be receiving all of this in the mail very quickly. So I'm going to take this as your frame. It is based on the classic RayBan 2140 sunglasses. Now that the geek chic look is very hot, RayBan has come out with this, and there's no frame that's hotter. So let's go ahead and begin. I'm going to put your frame into the tracing element of my edger. Wake this thing up, hit trace, and the first thing that's going to happen, this little stylus is going to pop up, and it's going to trace the shape of the right lens that it needs to cut before moving over and tracing the left. Here at freeprescriptionlenses.com. Anna Maria, you know what's next. That's right, where everyone loves a bargain and no one is disappointed with quality. They're just disappointed in me because I don't have any funnier jokes than that. But yeah, that's right. You buy a genuine, authentic RayBan frame and you will receive free, clear, single vision prescription lenses or non-prescription fashion lenses if that's your thing. My receipt has my federal ID tax number on there. That is the shape of your lens right there. So if you just want a really cool pair of glasses and you have vision insurance or flex dollars, you can purchase them from me and get reimbursed from your insurance company. And of course, you pay the upgrade to the anti-glare lenses, and that are your only fees. So your right lens, actually your pupillary distance is 63, which is 105 plus 12, I think comes up to 63. Or we'll do it the old-fashioned way. This is where we type in your pupillary distance is programmed for to start at 32.5. We're going to come down to 31. So let's go ahead and get your lenses ready. Your right eye reads -1/4, -1 1/4 at 5. So I'm going to put the power drum on -1/4. I got to get my flashlight ready. Where is it? Where is it? Here's it's hiding. I keep it here. So let's see. -1/4, -1 1/4, -1/4, -1 1/4 at 5. We're going to turn the axis wheel. Let's turn this on. Turn the axis wheel to 5. Take your lens out of the protective sleeve. Put your lens in and rotate it until the sphere power comes in clearly. Yes, you may take this time to look at all the dust that's on top of my Marco 101 lensometer because I'm just too busy to clean. I'm going to put 3 dots on there. The third one, of course, all of them are hard to see tonight. 1, 2, and 3. And that is the right lens. Let's set that down. Let's do the same thing now with your left lens. -1/4, -50 at 170. We're going to spin the axis wheel over to 170. We're still on -1/4 sphere. Rotate your lens until the sphere power comes in clearly. Find your astigmatism correction, the optical center, all the above. Remind me to put some more ink in my lensometer. Hang on, I just need a white background there. Now I can see those dots. 1, 2, and 12. And I'm going to put an L on here, which stands for not right, which is just like me because I ain't right either. Anna Maria, now are you a spicy meatball? Okay, I have no idea where that came from. Free bad accent with the purchase of every pair of glasses. So, okay, we're there. I put those 3 dots on there because your lens has to be oriented just right for you to see your best. If this were ever to get tilted, you ain't gonna see good, girl. So those are on there, so it'll give me a straight line to know exactly where it goes. I'm gonna put them in. That blue cross is the geometric center of the lens. This little box is where I'm going to put that dot right there. That is your optical center. That's going to sit directly in front of your pupil. And then the other 2 dots I'm going to put across that middle line. So it tells me it's in there perfectly. Now this is a block. It's a chip off the block, or as I like to call it, it's a Jenny from the block. But I need to put a double-sided adhesive sticker, the sticky green side, or the green side is the sticky side. So I'm going to stick that on there. Do the same thing for the second one. And if you notice from my last one, on Thanksgiving Day, I stuck a thumbtack under my fingernail. It was not my most graceful mood. And at that point, I decided to scream like a little girl and run around the house. Okay, part of that story is true. I just stood in one place and screamed. All right, so let's pull the paper off. And now the green side is sticky. So the little silver button is a magnet. I'm going to put that in there. That's going to hold it in place. And if you were here, I would let you hit that button, and it's going to drop the arm down onto the lens. Thank you, arm. Let's do the same thing now for your left lens. Let's pull this little piece of paper off. I will recycle these, and when I get 100, I don't know what happens then. I have 100 little pieces of paper then. Okay, so let's get this lens oriented. Again, that dot's going to go right there in the center, and then these two dots are going to be straight on that line, giving me a perfect meridian. It automatically flips over to the left lens, that's in red, and of course we automatically flips over to mirror the right, and we're at 31. You know what? You're at 31.5. Shame on me. Okay, let's bring this back up. All this yapping. Let's do this again. Let's do this again. Let's pull that off. Let's put the right lens there. 31.5. See, quality control. I need to quit running my mouth. 31.5. Now let's get everything lined up again. Okay, and hit the button. Now it comes. Of course, half a millimeter is not going to make much of a difference, but with me being a perfectionist, as well as someone who likes to yap, let's put that on there. Where'd that left lens go? There it is. Now we're going to mirror 31.5. Close call there. But you being so close, it doesn't matter if you're a million miles away, I'm going to be perfect on this. So we're dead on center again. Let's hit the button. Arm comes down. We're going to drop the block onto the left lens. Let me grab my very expensive stylus and wake up my computer. See that? Did you see that? How well they work together as a combination? That is the shape of your right lens. These are polycarbonate lenses. Hopefully you can see the little PC there. We're going to stay on that. And the 2 stars means it's going to cut a little bit slower. The 1 red star says it cuts fast. We got time. You have to listen to all my bad jokes tonight. And then I'm not going to polish the lenses. So we're good to go. The actual cutting wheel, these are the 3 wheels. This one on the far right is the grinding wheel. That's going to act like a heavy grit sandpaper to grind away your lens material. This wheel in the center has a little channel in it. Where's my flashlight? That little V bevel right there is what's going to put the V bevel onto the lens. It's going to be flat when it comes off of this wheel. That's what's going to put the bevel on there where it stays inside the frame. And then this wheel over here is the polishing wheel, which we are not use. Ain't going to use it. So, again, that little silver button is a magnet. That's what's going to hold it in place in the chuck. This is the chuck. Like to place that there. Thank you, Chuck. Or it's like to say the Charles, because I don't know this machine well enough to call it Chuck. You know, I've got another week left on that joke, so you're just going to have to keep listening to it. I'm going to hit the green button. The door closes. A terrible squeal is heard. And then 2 white calipers are going to come together, and it's going to trace the shape of the right lens. Look at that. Trace, trace, trace. And I'm not saying 3 in Spanish, although it could be. But it's going all the way around, and it's measuring the thickness of your lens as it rotates to know exactly where to place the bevel, so it's going to fit best inside your frame. So the wheel has moved over, and very slowly the lens is going to come down and start making a grinding sound. That's a very technical word. I don't know what it means. Grinding. There we go. See, it sounds just like the way I say it. Now your lenses are made out of polycarbonate. Polycarbonate is 40% thinner and lighter than regular plastic. I first started making lenses out of hay, and then I started making them out of wood. But a big bad wolf came and blew them all down, so I had to start using polycarb, because polycarb is unbreakable. It is bulletproof up to 22 caliber. If it wasn't bulletproof, could I do that? Yeah, no, see, I didn't think so. And it also has both UVA and UVB. And UVA, as you know, is University of Virginia. But you live in Williamsburg, home to William and Mary University. One of your more famous alumni, John Stewart, went to school there back in the Stone Ages. But, oh yeah, back to your lenses. Okay, so not only are they thinner and lighter than regular plastic, but your lenses, I mentioned before, they are polycarbonate, but they are aspheric. AR is abbreviation for anti-reflective. But aspheric simply means not spherical. A spherical lens is completely round in every direction like a basketball. Your lenses are aspheric, so picture this if you will. They're thinner and lighter, but the curvature of the lens, this side is somewhat bowl-shaped. This is the concave side of the lens. This is the convex side of the lens. You will be tested on this later on. There will be a pop quiz. But the convex side of the lens is much flatter. It starts round in the center and then flattens out. That gives you a much wider field of view, as well as a better cosmetic fit, because these will fit flat inside your frame. You will not have that ugly cosmetic fishbowl appearance with you get with so many cheap frames and lenses that you buy online. In fact, when you buy glasses online, they charge you for plastic lenses. If you want the thinner, lighter weight, unbreakable lenses, you have to pay an upgrade to that. And then if you want the aspheric lenses, you have to pay another upgrade for that. So this is someone else's third tier premium lens that you get for free when you just buy the frames from me. Now, you did upgrade to the anti-glare coating. And the anti-glare coating is 3 features in one. Let me grab a lens without it. The first feature is it eliminates glare when driving at night, particularly driving at night in the rain, but also from street lights, stoplights, computer screens, overhead. And what is that? I told you it was going to be a pop quiz. That's right, that is a fluorescent light. You can see the second feature is that it's an anti-reflection lens. That's what AR stands for. Oops, not on this one. On this one, AR, anti-reflective coating. It's also known as ARC. And so when someone's looking at you, they're not looking at their reflection in your glasses. They see just your eyes. Or more importantly, if someone takes a picture with a flash, you won't see the flash lit up in the lens. They'll see just your eyes and your $1 million smile. Anna Maria. Boy, I hope you don't have a jealous boyfriend that's going to come down here and harass me for being all silly. So this may be the final shape of your lens, but I doubt it. I say that because I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner first, and using my thumbs I try and push down. Nope, it ain't going in. So I'm going to put your lens back in there. The golden rule of cutting wood and lenses: you can always cut more off of a lens, you can never add it back on there. So in 0.5 increments, 0.5, 1, 0.15, 0.20, and then 2.5. Oh, come on, button. There we go. 0.25. I didn't know there was going to be so much math involved. I'm going to take your lens down 1/4 millimeter. And for all my friends in America who have no idea what a millimeter is, it is the distance between my dirty thumbnails. I'm going to take 1/4 of that distance off, going all the way around until your lens pops in easily. I do not want to force it into the frame. It could cause the frame to stretch if I tried to apply it too firmly, or as what we in the business call roll. If you can imagine your frame being like a gutter. Yes, that is a bruise on my fingernail. It's a pretty one. I hope it goes away. That was from Thanksgiving Day. Why is it still there? And of course it is 8:01 on Tuesday, December 2nd, 41 degrees in my hometown of Durham, North Carolina, at least according to my Samsung Gear watch. So my bruise is still there. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Look, a squirrel. But if the lens were too large, it would cause your frame to roll, which means it would come out here at the bottom, and it gives you an ugly cosmetic appearance. And I ain't gonna do that to you, Anna Maria, because you got that jealous boyfriend or husband who doesn't want you to look that way, so I'm not gonna let it happen. Yo, thanks, dude. Yeah, whatever. So, where was I? Oh yeah, it's cold. 41 degrees. Why can't I move to Florida? Because my wife won't let me. That's right, I'm talking about you. Alright, so hit that button. That opens it up. The magnet is what's still keeping it in the chuck. Thanks, Chuck. Okay, how about Charlie? I'll meet you halfway. If I can't call you Charles, how about Charlie? So, take your lens. See if it fits in this side. It doesn't, so we're stuck with trying to put it in this side. I'm going to tuck it in at the outside corner using my thumbs. Now it snaps in there easily. Let's do the same thing for the L lens, which stands for not right. Were you paying attention before? Flip that over to L, and then put it into the Charlie. Hit the green button. The door closes, the clamp shuts, but doesn't make a sound because it's wet this time. Before it was drier. Now the stylus is going to come together, and this time they're going to trace the shape of your left lens. Trace, trace, trace. Of course, it's doing it in this shape. That shape. As if it were going to go in that way. All the while measuring the thickness of the lens to know exactly where to place the bevel so you have no edge thickness. You did not pay for edge thickness. That costs extra. And since you didn't pay extra money to have super thick lenses, you ain't getting them. Unless you write a letter in triplicate begging me to put in very thick lenses while I even contemplate it. So let's go ahead and inspect your right lens while the left is cutting. We're going to spin this back to $5 foot. Okay, back to work. All right, I'm going to put it in over this red dot, which is unlike the black dot on my finger. I just can't let it go, can I? I just want to keep talking about it. It hurts. Ow, ow, ow. Okay, so we're going to read. What are we reading? We're reading -1/4. The what? I forgot what I was saying. Did I mention I have ADD? My ADD is so bad that... Wait, what was I talking about? Okay, so we're rating -150 now, which is exactly halfway between 1 and 2. That's where you will find 150 in most cases. The unit of measurement we use in the optical world is called a diopter. Yes, I went to school for years to learn how to explain this. But it goes in quarter increments starting at 0, which we in the business call plano. Everyone else calls non-prescription. Put some medicine in there. So, and it goes in quarter increments, 0.25, 0.50. You're missing a 0.75, 1, 1 1/4. You got one of those. Yahtzee. 150, 175, 2, and so on. So, you have the smallest amount of correction possible in your right eye. Most of your prescription is what we call astigmatic, and then what you call, say what? That's right, astigmatic. Most of your prescription is astigmatism. Astigmatism means that it's dark when you close your eyes. Is it dark when you close your eyes? Well, then you must have astigmatism. Okay, so you have 5 steps of astigmatism there. So without your glasses on, if I were to cover up this first box, your right eye reads -1/4, -1 1/4 at 5. Let's flip that over so you can see the nice little numbers. -1/4, -50 at 170. 1 step of correction for your farsightedness, but you need 5 steps to take away fuzzy edges. This first number minifies down to the correct size by 1 step. Then you need an additional 5 steps of astigmatism correction. That is why with your glasses off, 6s and 8s look alike, or the letters P and F. So astigmatism is the fine-tune knob. And so we're going to turn that knob to 5 on a scale for a straight line is 0 to 180. 0 over here, 180 here. We're going to turn that knob not very far to 5. Now for your left eye, your right eye is much stronger. That's your evil eye. Your left eye is a whole lot better. So lead with your left. If you have to, cover up your right eye. That's my hand covering up my right eye. Alright, I'm a method actor. So 1 step of correction there, only 2 steps for astigmatism correction. So if you actually covered up your right eye, you see much better than if you covered up your left. But we're going to turn that knob to 170. Whoa! All the way to about 170, 180's here, 90's there, 170's here, 163 is about right there. You got it? Okay. And believe it or not, 8 o'clock at night, I'm not even caffeinated at this point. Can you imagine how bothersome and pesky I would be when I'm jacked on caffeine? So the first 2 numbers are real values. That's what we should be concerned about. This last number could be anywhere from 0 to 180. Now 5 and 170 look very far apart, but if you can imagine a number wheel going from 0 to 180, 5 is only 5 digits away from 180, or the 0. 170 is only 10 digits away on this end, so really you're only going up 5 on this side, 10 on this side. And again, you will be quizzed on this later, so you better be taking notes. Hey, get off there, sticky thing. So, no free riders. Where'd your frame go? Here it is. So let's go ahead and make sure the left lens fits. We're going to slide it through this way, double stitch, come around, bring it through here, and then we're going to tuck it in on this outside corner, and then push down with the thumbs at the nose. That fits. I'm going to take the block off. Off comes your block. Now, in the future, years from now, if you ever need new lenses, I can send you lenses right to your home. To take your lenses out, you would turn the frame downward. You just got to thumb your nose at the idea with your thumb at the nose, and of course grab the other side of the lens here. Place down one thumb on top of the other and push down. Out comes your lens, your unbreakable, bulletproof lens. And to put them back in, of course, you see me working on the side. I'm not trying to reach across. I have the frame perpendicular to my body. I'm standing on one foot and I have my tongue touching my left cheek, and then press down and it snaps right in. So what's your left lens? 170. Hey, I thought I just heard that number a little while ago. So I'm going to turn the axis wheel to 170, put it in over that red dot, and I'm reading -1/4. I'm going to spin the wheel to check your astigmatism correction. I'm sorry you can't see inside. And we're at -75. Let's go back to high school algebra. You add like signs together. -1/4 and -50 equals -0.75. That's where we're at. Now let's do it in today's terms. If someone borrowed a quarter and then they borrowed another 50 cents, they would owe you 75 cents plus interest. We're at 0.75. We're 3/4 of the way away from 0 to 1. It's much easier to see on your right lens. Let's turn it back here, put it back on 5. Look inside again. We're at 1/4, which is 1 tick mark away from 0. Spin the axis wheel. We end up at -150. That is because -1/4 and -1 1/4 gives us 150. So you owe me $1.50 more. Now your PD, as I said earlier, was 62. Actually, as I entered was 62, but the real number is 63. I'm going to turn the card around so you can see. I'm going to place the 0 on my PD stick. And no, I'm not a Georgetown Hoya. That's just a lens company. There used to be a little pocket tab because I'm the nerdy guy who has to have the pens in the pocket, a little marker for things. And that used to clip on my pocket. Now it just falls right out. Okay, so let's place the 0 of my PD stick against my thumb on your right lens. And then when we hold it up to the left lens, we're getting 63. Man, this must be magic. How did it know to do that? So that is made correctly. I'm going to set that down there. Park my flashlight right there. And I'm going to get your... Oh, I got to clean it. Got to clean it unless you want to be the first on your block to wear those red dots on the lenses. But probably not. So let me get my $40 bottle of optical grade acetone to clean your lenses. And this is where I like to take the time to tell everyone, Anna Marie, that there is a small chance that these glasses will be too loose or too tight, but there will be an 80% chance that when you put these on, one side is going to be higher than the other. That is because 80% of people have one ear that's higher than the other. But I'm going to get them and that's why 90% of all optical shops will do free adjustments if you ask them. But in the meantime, I'm going to get them in standard alignment, also known as a 3-point stance. The 3 points are 1, 2, and the bottom of the frame being 3. Set it on the counter, press down. There is no wobble. When I say wobble, yes, I'm part of that 80%. I used to think I was special, but no, I'm part of 80%. I have one ear that's higher than the other. Or wait, do I have one ear that's lower than the other? It's hard to tell. All I know is that my frames wobble when I press down on the counter. And actually, here's a good example. You've got the RayBan 5121, which is resembled after the original Wayfarer, which was designed in 1952. In 1992, they came out with the new Wayfarer, which is model number 2132, which is what I'm wearing. And it's a little bit more round. It does not have what's known as panoscopic tilt, where this one sits away from the eyebrows and closer to the cheek. Mine is much more vertical. If I were to place it on there, except for my wobbly ears, and that's the difference between the two frames. Let me put mine back on so I can see what I'm doing, yo. Okay, so, oh yeah, wobble. There ain't none. You didn't pay for wobble, you ain't getting it. So, press down on the other side. There is no wobble. I'm going to make sure each temple overlaps perfectly, and they do. And the other nice thing about this frame, and again, copying the original Wayfarer, you have the triple barrel hinge, where my hinge is just one single barrel. Mine has, if you can imagine, 2 barrels here and one coming together, and then one screw going through to hold them all on together. Yours has the triple barrel hinges where it goes through like this and then the screw. So that's the strongest hinge that RayBan makes. You can almost drive over these and nothing would happen to them. I'm not suggesting you do that, but you can try it in your free time. Plus, again, did I mention these were bulletproof up to 22 caliber? If you don't believe me, you can try that too. So, If anyone has any questions out there like, why am I so stupid? Just email me that question to freeprescriptionlenses@gmail.com. Anna Maria, God, that is so much fun to say. My little spicy meatball. I hope you enjoyed watching as I made prescription lenses for your RayBan 5121 color 2000 in the 50 eye size with the 22 bridge, which 50 millimeters from here to here and 22 millimeters from the inside of that lens to the inside of that lens. And even if you didn't enjoy it, you've been stuck watching me. So everyone else out there hopefully had the chance to see, and Anna Maria too, how I bring that love and feeling back to glasses. Thank you.